Hey everybody, this is Holly, your everyday life coach. Today on episode 22, we are talking about stop comparing yourself to others. You know, someone recently was telling me that they're struggling right now. And one of the things that they find they're doing is comparing themselves to other people. And it's actually like bringing them down. And I think we've all done this, right? When you think about, what's going on in your head or the things that you say, at some point you're probably like, this person has such a better life than me. This person takes better vacations than me. This person has a better body than me. This person has a better job than me. This person has a better life than me, right? We've all been comparing ourselves to other people forever. When you think about it, it starts at school, it starts with our academics and maybe sports. And then as we get older, it starts to be about, job titles and how much we make and our happy marriages and our kids and our body image, how big our house is. Like, so much comparing. And the thing is, we just need to stop comparing ourselves to other people. Like, what would life look like if we just stopped comparing ourselves? Like, if we just took that out of the equation, how much time would we have if we just didn't dwell on it? So when I think about, comparing ourselves to others, I feel like it takes away what we actually want to do because we're so focused on someone else. So if I have the sentence of Beth has a better job than me, nowhere in that sentence is about myself, except then me, right? We're putting the focus on someone else. And so we're taking time away from ourselves and what we want to do. And it's truly a negative act. And these negative comparisons, they're for sure a path to unhappiness. Because they can make you feel jealous, inadequate, inferior. Maybe they're going to make you make poor life decisions. And because of all of these things, right? You're going to have more stress, more anxiety, and even worse, depression. It's just horrible. I found a really good quote by Theodore Roosevelt. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'm going to say that one more time. Comparison is the thief of joy. Wow, we are robbing ourselves. No one else is robbing us. We are robbing ourselves of joy. That's deep. And how we can do that, and how we can change that, right? We need to be more aware of what's being said and how we're thinking. It's almost like we need to pause and calm our minds and rewire our brains. We need to take a break from social. I think this is the worst. This is where all this comparison comes, right? Because we're scrolling, and this person has such a perfect life, and they have a perfect children, and they're having the perfect vacation. But again, what we're seeing are these people's perfect moments. We don't see the imperfect parts of their lives. And we also don't see the effort that it takes these people for this, quote, perfect life. So we need to just take a break from social and stop getting into that comparison cycle. We also need to kind of flip the switch. If you can't get out of that comparison, we need to take the negative aspect out of it. We need to use it for inspiration and motivation. So, like for that example, Beth has a better job for me. What I could do is, instead of being mired down in the fact that Beth has a better job than me, doom and gloom, what did Beth do? What kind of action did she do to get a better job? What skills does she have? Did she go back to school? How has she been able to move up? Like, man, ask her, right? Give her, wow. I think it's great how far you've come, Beth. I was just curious, like, how did you do it? Just come from a place of like, just blessings and love. Like, get inspired by her success to push your own success off. And to go in line with that, right? Set goals of what you want. What does your perfect life look like? How are you going to do that? It's not by comparing yourself to everybody on social media. There's action involved. There's plans, preparation, and action. What do you want your perfect life to look like? What about, just being grateful? Just being grateful for the life that you have, the good in your life. And just resist the, lies that society tells us that it's not good enough. That body that you have isn't good enough. That house that you have isn't good enough. That vacation that you have, that you just took isn't good enough. Screw that. Be grateful for today, for what you have every single day. And the last would be like, man, if you want to still compare yourself instead of comparing with others. Like, okay, the Holly 2 years ago, a year ago, how do I compare to her a year ago, 2 years ago? Am I not where I'm supposed to be? Okay, I'll accept it. How did I not get to where I thought I was going to be? Compare yourself to your past self or what you thought you would be at. And it's not that you want to dwell on it, but it's just to, again, kind of inspire, motivate you, and keep you focused. Keep you focused on what you want to do. So, I hope you guys listen to this, like re-listen to it. It's time that we stop comparing. It's time that we be totally aware of what we're doing in our mind and in our words, and take back the joy that we have been stealing from ourselves. This is Holly, your everyday life coach, episode 22, Stop Comparing Yourself to Others. I hope you enjoyed it.